Well, hi there. So, I just got a steal deal on this screen. It's used, so probably that's why it was fairly cheap. After all, I wanted to share with you the reason why I got the screen, where I'm coming from. And first of all, let's unbox this one, and then we'll talk a bit more as of why, what are the benefits, what is not so good, etc. You get the point. Anyway, let's unbox this one. Oh, by the way, there was nothing more in the box besides styrofoam and the manual. So anyway, we got the cables. Let me take this one away. It looks kind of like an iMac, kind of like that. I can use my old MacBook, but still have it look decent. Woohoo! All right, ready? Alright, oh yeah, the cables I just mentioned. You have your Thunderbolt 1 port, fortunately it's not Thunderbolt 2. You have your MagSafe first generation or whatever you want to call it, and the adapter for the new one. Since I have a 2015 MacBook Pro, I need the adapter. And of course you have your power cable, which you cannot think. Yeah, you can detach it. So in case you want some, I have the European one. Like I said, I live in Germany, so we have those outlets. But if you happen to live in wherever else, you probably can get the separate one, or it comes with the right one. All right, great. So let's see why I got this screen, even though we're in 2018. Well, first of all, I think it's still a pretty screen. The bezels are quite big, but it's fine. So I've been using the DELL screen for, I think, roughly a year by now. And it's gotten to the time now where it really started bothering me, especially also the screen size. It's a 25-inch screen. This one has 27-inch. One of the main differences, if you look at the screen itself, it's almost like a mirror. Whereas if you look at the DELL screen, it has a matte anti-reflective coating, I think it's 3M whatever. And it's quite nice considering I have big windows. I usually have my shades down when I use my computer, so it's not that bad. After all, I like the high gloss finish because it makes it a bit more crisp, because the matte coating, it takes out a bit of the color, like the crispness or whatever. The next thing is the controls of the screen. This one, what you have is you have those two cables. You plug into your laptop, you have your power and you have your Thunderbolt, that's it. My other one, you can see I have three cables. I have to plug in the display port to mini display port cable, I have to plug in my charger, and I have to plug in the USB for the built-in USB hub into the DELL screen. It gets the job done, it's not really a problem. I mean, considering you have to plug in one more cable. But there's some more things. For example, if you look at this screen, you have multiple inputs. For example, you have gigabit LAN built in. I have pretty solid Wi-Fi, but still I prefer to use LAN, especially if I transfer data on my NAS drive. I prefer to use a wired network, so I usually have a USB adapter, USB 3.0 to gigabit Ethernet hooked up to the screen's USB 3.0 hub. And what I do then is I'll route it through the screen. So anyway, long story short, this one has gig Ethernet built in, as well as USB 2.0 hubs. Unfortunately, it's only USB 2.0, not 3.0. But in comparison to the DELL screen, where it's just a hub, so it's not an actual dedicated USB controller in it, I think compared to what you have here, the USB ones are actually dedicated ones because of the Thunderbolt interface, which acts like a docking station. You have direct ports, if that makes any sense. Anyway, the other great reason why I like this screen better is you have the charger as well. So let's go back to this. You have the adapter thingy, you have a MagSafe up to 85 watt power supply. So you have the screen, your hub, your charger for your laptop. So you need 3 outlets minimum. With this one, you just plug in one cable and you have everything built into one machine, which I like when it's more organized on my desk because it's nice. So yeah, that's great. And the last thing I like is you have built-in speakers in the screen at the bottom. They're pretty neat. They have a little bit of bass to it. Of course, it's not a surround system or 2.0 or whatever system, but for normal everyday use, it definitely gets the job done. Alright, so next thing is we're gonna take down my old screen setup. I usually try to do some cable management, so there's like a bunch of zip ties and everything I have to take off. So let's do that real quick. Alright, it's finally done. I think it looks a lot nicer than before. Also, the whole setup is, yeah, it's quite neat. Anyway, my final verdict is I would definitely say if you can find a good deal on the used Thunderbolt display, go ahead and buy one. But it also depends on your use case. If you say, I don't mind plugging in 1 or 2 more cables, you can probably find cheaper options out there. For me, I just like the simplicity and how organized the desk looks afterwards. So for me, it's definitely a clear winner. So, all in all, I would say it was a pretty good idea to upgrade the screen. If you have any more questions about the screen or how compatible it is with other devices, keep in mind you need an Apple product at least, or whatever computer has a Thunderbolt port. If you have any more questions, just ask in the comments and we'll figure it out together.